Hi guys, my name is Bernardo de la Vega and I am here with Luke Lim, who is a fellow internet marketer, also very good at what he does. And we are here to present another one of these modules for the Traffic Masters Academy through the MOB program. And what we're going to be teaching today is how to master PPV. All right, so actually, let me go ahead and light this up right here. All right, so as we go through this, how to master PPV. Luke and I are going to go back and forth. Luke is a very good friend of mine. I actually learned a lot from him, and he's taught me some really cool things. So he's actually going to be covering a little bit more of the what you would say kind of a little bit more advanced stuff, and I'm going to cover some of the more basic and sort of like setup stuff. And so yeah, with that, let's move forward. A quick story about me. I've been doing a little bit internet marketing for a little bit over a year, and things have been going really well. I'm also a Mobi coach, and within me doing internet marketing, I realized early on that if I became really good at traffic, that would really set me, give me a really good competitive advantage over everybody and sort of like the rest of the competition, right? Because as you do internet marketing, if you get really good at traffic and then conversions, then you're really going to stand out, right? And one of my favorite ways to get traffic with, especially for the make money online niche, is through PPV, right? Depending on what you're doing, different traffic sources will work. Depending on the niche, right? If you're doing make money online or if you're doing other types of niches, right? For the make money online, PPV works pretty well. So having said that, I definitely want to, I can tell you, in my time as doing internet marketing, I've done a little bit over 175,000 with all my internet business combined within my first year of doing internet marketing. So very different from what I used to make doing financial service consulting. Now with internet marketing, I make a whole lot more, and it's been one really a really great experience this first year. So having said that, I want to introduce Luke Lim and have him talk a little bit about himself, and then we'll get started. Luke, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks. Now, I'm also I have been online and trying this internet marketing for 3 years. And well, to be honest, initially I struggled for 2 years. That was because I didn't actually learn how to generate traffic, and I didn't know what is the scientific process to extract all the quality and targeted traffic. Now, in this module, we are going to teach you how you are going to generate traffic and how you are going to optimize and scale up your traffic. Now, if you learn and master this, you can literally take your business to the next level. Now, I'm going to review the process that both Bernardo and I personally use, that we are using to bring in hundreds over targeted leads passively every single day, and we have been able to make really good income online. I think at least a 5-figure monthly income. Is that the kind of income you are doing, Bernardo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're wondering if this requires you to be glued to your computer for 24 hours per day, well, I have a really good news for you. In PPV, we don't really have to spend a lot of time after we get everything set up. In fact, I'm a full-time software engineer, and yeah, I basically work part-time online. I'm a father, I have 2 children. I don't work on Sunday because I'm a Christian, and as you can probably tell by now, I'm doing this online business really part-time. And well, I am making far more than what I make in my full-time job, and really it's because of mastering traffic. It's the same, PPV is the same traffic that took me to 6-figure just in a few months. And if you just listen to whatever Bernardo and I teach you, we believe that you are going to get results. Now, Bernardo, can you just share with us what are the kind of results that you have personally achieved using PPV?
Yeah, sure. I mean, when it comes to PPV, right, the advantage, at least that I see with PPV is you can get a whole lot of traffic, but the coolest thing about PPV is you can almost steal your competitor's traffic, right? Because you're going to steal or, pop up your landing page in front of your competitor sites, right? So with PPV, it's common that because you're able to do this and because you're going to pay out 1 cent per pop-up, depending on the platform and depending on the URL, but usually about 1 cent or 2 cents per pop-up. So you can really get some really good traffic with PPV, right? And sometimes when it comes to promoting Mobi, sort of conversions vary on and off, but usually as I do my traffic, for every $40 to $50 spent, I'm getting an MTTB sale, right? Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. There's other things that you can implement like bonuses and other things and videos within your autoresponder, which I'm sure all the other modules cover. But when you're talking about that, just getting a lot of traffic to your site, PPV is a really good way to get a massive amount of traffic and traffic that converts well because it comes directly from your competitor sites, right? And that's what,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have tried a lot of traffic generation strategies before, and so far, PPV is the one that has brought me the best results. I think it is, it gives you the ability, as you mentioned, to get cheap traffic and the ability to get really targeted traffic if you master this well.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, Luke and I will be sort of going back and forth, and Luke will interrupt me whenever I say something wrong, and I will interrupt him if he completely messes up. This will be fun. This is actually my first joint webinar with Luke, and very excited to be sharing this this presentation with him. Right. So let's go ahead and get started. So what is PPV, right? Find where your target audience is. And, you pop up your offer in front of them, right? So what does that exactly mean? So say, for example, somebody goes to Google, right? The typical way that most people start with internet marketing. I can tell you 1 year ago, this is how I started. I saw somebody say on Facebook, I'm making money online. This really works, right? I don't even know exactly what they were doing. But I went to Google and I personally did put make money online, right? That was the way I first started, right? And so many people start this way. So when somebody goes to Google and puts make money online, they're going to get all these searches, right? All these, different searches as they do that, right? And in the first one, say, for example, that first search is going to be 5 real ways to make money online from home. Right, and this is where it's gonna lead you to a website like this. What a pop-up is as soon as they get to this site, the pop-up is gonna appear right there at as a little pop-up on their screen. Right, many of you are probably familiar with this and are like, that's how those come about. Right, some people do think they're a little annoying. So PPV is a little bit of what you call it, a little bit of intrusive because all of a sudden somebody is going to a certain website and you're popping your landing page in front of that, right? And if you target the right websites or the right URLs, that's why PPV is so important because if somebody's doing a search and they're specifically looking for something, popping your landing page in front of that specific website can be very powerful. Because that means that you're popping your landing page in front of a very qualified prospect, right? So that's very important about PPV. So this is how PPV works. And so, they would pop up the landing page and then they would put in their email and then it would send them to the video sales letter, right? Which is, where Matt explains in his 20-30 minute sales video all about how Mobi works, right? So that's sort of like the gist of PPV. Do you want to say something, Luke?
Yeah. Basically, whatever that we are going to teach you can work for every industry, it can work for every niche. But this is an offer that both Bernardo and I have tested. It's working really great for us. So yeah, we are just using this as a case study, as an example, but just take note that you can use the same strategy to apply to other niche.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very true.
Yeah.
And then obviously, after the sales letter, they go to the order form, right? Typical sales funnel is your landing page, your sales page, and your order form, as which is probably what you guys went through. Sometimes different affiliates have a sort of, they put a different front-end offer. But usually that's the typical sales funnel, and that's obviously the typical sales funnel for promoting MTPP or Mobi, right? And then you will get emails like these as you start making sales when you make license sale and you start getting those kind of commissions, right? So so let's go ahead and get started, right? So there's two stages of PPV, and the first one is traffic generation, and the second one is optimization and scaling up. I'm going to be talking about the traffic generation part, and Luke is going to sort of chip in wherever I'm missing some stuff, and then Luke is going to cover the optimization and scaling up, and then I'll chip in a little bit. Although I can tell you guys, Luke is very good at the optimization and scaling up, so you guys are in very good hands, right? When it comes to some of the really advanced stuff, right? So here we go, right? So I'm going to exit here the presentation. So the first thing that we have to do is keyword research, right? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to Google Planner, right? If you don't know how to access this, you just go to Google. And I personally live in Mexico, that's why you see a Google of Mexico, but you can just put in keyword planner, right? And here you will see it. And so you click on that. You might have to set up your own account. I already have my account, but Google walks you through it. But that's how you access the Google Planner. Just go to Google, put in Google keyword planner, and that's how you get there, right? So once you're here, there we go. Once you're here, you'll just go to Tools and Keyword Planner, right? Because you might be at the home page. Just go to Tools, Keyword Planner, and you're just going to put, say for example, make money online. And what this is going to do is going to give you all the different keywords that you can use, right? So for example, make money online fast, ways to make money online, or how to make money online. One thing I would certainly recommend is staying away from keywords that have the word free in it, as the people looking for those are not really looking for or like looking to invest, right? And when people are not really looking to invest, that's what we call freebies, and you want to stay away from those people, right? So you want to...
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
In fact, just to share with you an experience, when we start using certain keywords that are not really the kind of people we want to attract, we'll get a lot of hate mail and we'll get a lot of refunds. So yeah, if in PPV you really need to understand your target audience, you need to know who are the kind of people that wants to buy your stuff, and not just to get traffic, because what we are doing here is we are attracting people who are buyers, not just simply any list. I hope that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. And so like Luke said, right? So when thinking about what kind of audience to attract, one audience to attract is certainly affiliate marketers, right? Or network marketers, or people who've been in MLM, right? Multi-level marketing. So things like that, right? So for example, if you want to target affiliate marketers, you can just put affiliate marketing, and then you put get ideas, right? And then it'll give you all these different ideas, right? As you can see here, affiliate marketing, so affiliate marketing programs, affiliate marketing companies, and so on, right? All these different keywords. Or you can say something like home-based business. That's a very good one, right? Again, you want to think of people who are good people to target, right? You don't want to just go for the freebies. You want to think of people who are really trying to build the business, who are really committed, and because those are the people who are serious about starting a business, and especially serious about doing a top tier program, right? A top tier program like Moby, right? Which is, so you want to work with serious people. So you want to really think of the kind of keywords that you're targeting. Home-based business is a good one, right? So you have here different ones. So hopefully that brings a little bit of clarity of how to, do research affiliate marketing, home-based business, and so on, right? And what you can easily do is as you look at some of these, then you can look at other keywords, right? So for example, the best home-based business or profitable home-based business, right? And so then you can just grab this word and put it in there and grab some of those keywords, right? So then you have some more keywords, right? And then so on and on and on, and you keep building up on those keywords, right? So that's how you would do your keyword research. So the next step is you only need about, to start getting some good URLs, say about 5 to 10 keywords, which you're going to put into what's called a URL scraper, right? And what that is a tool that's going to give you a lot of really targeted and relevant URLs, right? And what I mean by that, for example, if you go to this site, right, it's called affportal.com, affiliateportal.com. This is actually a tool that Luke told me about when I was first starting. It's a great offer, right? And it's a great tool. And what you do is, all you need to do is grab some of these keywords like home-based business, right? Say I just grab this. You can download them over here. Download if you want a lot of them, but to be quick, I'm just going to grab a few home-based business ideas, right? So I'm just going to grab 3 or 4 of these, and then best home-based business, something like this, right? So I'm going to put those in there.
Now, in this example, we are just showing you a few, but when you actually do this, you want to get more keywords. You want to get as many ideas. You want to target as many angles and put inside the App Portal. The reason is because when you get more keyword, it's actually easier for you to get traffic. But yeah, for the sake of this example, we are just going to show you a few how we actually do the research in the home-based business industry. If you are in other niche, whether it be the lose weight or health niche, you can use the same process, and you can target your competitor. You can target their products, and yeah, basically anything that your potential target audience will be visiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So as you guys are seeing, I'm going to grab this one. Right. So I put in 3 keywords about home-based business and about 4 keywords of affiliate marketing programs. Right. And you can keep doing this, like Luke said. As you see here, what the AFF portal does is it lets you put up to 10 keywords, right, at a time. So you're going to grab up to 10 keywords. Here I have 7 keywords, and then all I'm going to do is hit search. So I'm going to wait for that to give me the results on that. Sometimes it takes maybe a few seconds to bring that up. And so that's how I would go ahead and get that going, right? Maybe as I get, there we go. And
sometimes this happen. You will need to search again.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, uh-oh. So we'll just click search again. Hopefully over here affiliate portal won't disappoint us. Something is, let me see if I take these out. That's interesting that that's happening. Usually we get a whole lot of keywords. Luke, do you know why this is happening? This has never happened to me.
That has never happened. Let me check it out. Well, I'm getting it on my side here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because I'm logged into your account, and maybe AFF portal is seeing that we're logged into like two different IP addresses. So maybe
Okay. How about you? Yeah, maybe I'll do a quick demo
yeah. So I'll make you the presenter.
on my side.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So
Okay, can you see my screen?
yeah.
Okay, now let's assume we have a few keywords: home-based business, affiliate marketing, maybe make money online, and perhaps we can target Franken. Now, these are all terms that are specific to the home industry niche.
Right.
So I'm going to click search, and let's see what pops up. There.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just click on the link, and you have scraped all this URL. And are you able to capture all that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. And then all you do is just highlight them, and that's how you get all your keywords.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm going to pass you back as the presenter. Cool with that, Leonardo?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. Send it back to me. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know why that happened on my screen. It might be that because we're logged in to both your account and with different IP addresses, so maybe that's why. But you guys saw that clearly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and keep going here. So we went through the keyword research and how to scrape the URLs, right? So basically, go to affportal.com, search the URL on the one thing that I don't know if I showed is once you're in AFF portal, and again, there's a lot of URL scrapers, right? This is just the one that we use. And you just go PPV, search URL scraper, right? And that will lead you here, okay? So that's how you do that. And then going down the line, scrape the URLs, and you get that as Luke showed you. So then now let's get into the tracking, right? Because as you do PPV, the tracking is really important. And why is that important? Because you need to know what URLs are working and what's not. If you're doing PPV without any tracking, you're basically throwing money away. Let me explain, right? If, for example, in one of these keywords, right, as you get a lot of results, in the URLs that you're getting, for example, you get, makemoneyonline.com and how to make money, or all these different types of sites about how to make money online, right? There's going to be some sites which are going to get you a whole lot of traffic, but basically no opt-ins, right? For example, in that you research, you might even get something like a Facebook.com, right? So you need to stay away from those keywords because that's going to give you massive amount of traffic, but no opt-ins because it's not targeted enough, okay? So just make sure you are tracking, because otherwise you might run into URLs that will blow your budget, okay? So in other words, with a tracking system, it's going to allow you to tell how many clicks and how many opt-ins you're getting per URL. Because like I said, this is really important, and this is where most beginners completely mess up with PPV, right? If you're only knowing how many clicks you're getting per URL, that is not enough, because you don't know what's working and what's not. You need to know exactly how many opt-ins, in other words, people that actually put in their email and therefore become leads, how many opt-ins or leads you're getting per URL. So hopefully that made a lot of sense, right? So, we're going to do that. Did you want to say something, Luke?
Yeah, I was going to say, in fact, if you are really serious on paid traffic, as Bernardo said, you need a tracking tool, and if you don't have it, I can tell you, guarantee you won't get any results at all, because you'll be shooting in the dark, you'll be shooting in the blind. You wouldn't know what works, what doesn't work, and all your budget will go to waste. Literally, you really won't be able to get results. And now, the reason why we recommend a CPV Lab is because it's one of the best tool recommended by most PPV marketers. Now, we have, Bernardo and I have researched a lot of tools. We have found that this one works really well. Well, there are even more expensive tools, but I feel that it's not really relevant to us at this point, because this is something that is able to give us the best number of features, and it doesn't cost a lot too. So yeah, I highly recommend you to get CPV Lab if you are really serious to get results in PPV.
Yeah, certainly. So if you want to do that, you would just go to cpvlab.com, and here's the website, and you would just get it. It is $297. It's a one-time fee, but it is $297. So when you're doing PPV, this is a really, really important tool, right? So this is how you would get access, right? And all you have to do is get it now, and then you just set it up. And the other thing that you have to do is get a special kind of hosting, because when you're doing PPV, you're getting massive amount of traffic because you're popping your landing page in front of all these other websites, right? So in order to set that up, what you want to do is go to this. The one Luke uses and I use as a recommendation from Luke is beyondhosting.net, which is specifically for traffic, for doing PPV traffic, right? So you just go in here and you will just get your the tracking. I mean the hosting, right? So
yeah.
Where you would do that? It's been a while since I got VPS. Here it is.
Manage. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So you would just click on VPS. There we go. And as long as you get the starter one, this one, then you're good to go. Right, Luke?
Yes. And in fact, I'm still at the starter, and I find that you don't probably need to go to the next level until you are doing really insane number of traffic. Then beyond hosting, we will just let you know it's time to upgrade. So meanwhile, don't worry about not having enough speed or bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably good enough in the starter.
Right. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so you get the starter, and here's one thing, right? Some of you, as you're watching this module, you're like, oh man, that's already $297 on my tracking software and $50 a month for the hosting, right? Well, here's the thing. If you want to run a serious internet marketing business, there's certain things that you really need to do, right? So if you want to do PPV, these are what you call necessary expense or necessary investments that you have to make into your business, right? If your budget is really, really low, then PPV might not be the best idea, because as we'll cover later on, once you get into the platform where you're going to put all your keywords, something like lead impact or traffic bands, which usually are the ones where we get better results, or 50 on red, but lead impact and traffic bands, those take $1,000 to get started, 50 on red, 500. There's some other ones, but usually those three are the ones that overall give us the best, right? Like I said, there's some other ones where you can start for less, but the traffic is not as good. Okay, so that's in terms of knowing some of your numbers when you want to do PPV traffic, right? So
well, I have basically also realized that if you are promoting offers in another niche, some of the traffic network might do pretty well. But for example, media traffic, it seems to convert pretty good for a certain type of offer,
right,
but it doesn't convert for the home business industry.
Okay.
Now, what I recommend is to get started with Lead Impact first, because this is the platform that is generally cheaper and they have a lot of traffic. When you have tested your offer, you have tested the keyword, then you scale up and test on other network. I hope that makes sense. Yeah,
certainly. So let's So when trying to set up CPV Lab, right, you went into CPV Lab and you got CPV Lab. The cool thing is once you get CPV Lab and Beyond Hosting, all you have to do is email Beyond Hosting and they will set up completely your CPV Lab for you, right? And the way the CPV Lab works is that actually you get a domain, and so it's actually hosted on your own website, right? So for example, this is mine, right? My CPV Lab. And all you're going to do to set up a campaign is going to go here. You're going to click on Add Campaign, and you're going to click on Lead Capture, right? That's how you will get it set up, right? Log in back again, log me out. So there we go. So Add Campaign and Lead Capture, right? So now I'm here, and what I'm just going to name the campaign. Say I do Test 1 Lead Impact. And maybe if I have an angle, right? For this campaign, I'm targeting more like affiliate marketers, right? So as you keep doing this, you want to know exactly what's working, right? So maybe you have a campaign for affiliate marketers, then you do another one for network marketing, right? Then you do another one for more like MLMers, right? So make sure you're testing, right? So you would name that and select the source. You would go here and select lead impact, right? And so that's how you would do it, right? And here, and then you would click on CPV, right? This is cost per view, and CPC is cost per click, right? So because we're doing PPV, that is pay per view, right? So we're going to select this one, and usually on lead impact, you're going to pay 1.5 cents, right? So you'll put that there, and then
remember to remove the append sub ID, because if you don't remove it, you have some problem.
Okay. So in the append sub ID, yeah, good call. I forgot that. So you want to uncheck this offer, right?
Yeah.
So here we go. And then here is where you're going to put in your URL for the landing page, and here's you're going to put the URL for the offer, right? So for example, if your landing page, and this has been covered in all other modules, right? But once you have your landing page, here's where you're going to put that URL and your offer. So now I'm going to show you how to get that set up, right? So what I recommend, Luke does his landing pages with HTML, which I can tell you that's really ninja. I don't know how to do code. Luke does a little bit, or actually pretty much, when he does a HTML code. HTML code is just actually programming. If you go to any site, just to let you know, right? Any site looks something like this, right? But there's actually code behind that website. When you look at the code behind the site, this is what it's going to look like, right? And this is the HTML code, right? So Luke does his through HTML code, so if you don't want to get into HTML code, which is pretty complicated, you want to get a landing page software, right? So something I personally recommend, leadpages.net, right? There's a lot of different ones out there that have different templates already already done for you. The one I would recommend is using leadpages.net. Very, very easy to use, right? So you would just go to leadpages.net, say click here to get lead pages now, and that's how you would do it, right? So once we're there, right? This is inside of my lead pages account, right? So all I would do is click on opt-in pages, and I'm gonna do a really quick demo on how you would set that up, right? So the reason I'm using lead pages and not one of the sites from Mobi, like just the link, is because I need to put a tracking pixel on the landing page, right? So because I need to put the tracking on the landing page and the thank you page, then I have to create my own, okay? That is very important. You cannot use just an affiliate link when doing PPV, because you need to be able to put a tracking pixel in there. So hopefully that makes sense, right? So I'm going to make a really quick, simple site. Say I'm going to go with this really basic one. As you can see, there's all these different templates. like something like this, works really well. The social proof. So there's different templates, right? This one also works pretty well, but I'm going to choose this one that's super basic, right? So just say something like no thanks. I'd rather not say. So all you're going to get here to the landing page, right? The landing page template. And all you're going to do is edit the header, right? So there we go. All I do is click on this, and I say something like, and actually, here's the thing, right? I don't even have to think really outside the box very much. All I can do is grab the verbiage from the mttbsystem.com, and there we go, right? I'm all set up. Sometimes, beginners or people who aren't very experienced tend to overthink things. But all I do is grab this text, copy it, go to my lead pages, and paste it, and hit OK, and there we go, right? It's not a report. You just say, or I can do something like maybe something right here, within 30 days. We guarantee you'll make a commission within 30 days. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, and there we go. So that's my landing page, right? So very simple way, and how to do landing pages, that's covered in the other modules of this this whole course. But that's how you would quickly do a landing page for this. Now the important thing is this, right? You're going to go here to tracking code, and in here is where you're going to put in the pixel. Okay, so I'm trying to make this as simple as can be, because sometimes when the advanced marketers start talking about pixels or where to put all this code, people get really confused, right? So all you're going to do is, if from your CPV lab here on this code, right, add code to landing pages. This is step 1. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to come to my lead pages, and in this end of body tag tracking code, I'm going to paste it and hit OK, right? And that is it, right? There we go. And then my page is ready, and all I would say was test 1 landing page, right? Something like this. I'll save it. Success. So publish. And this is my URL, right? So all I do now is come back to my CPV lab and paste it right there, right? So that's and I just put this, test 1 landing. Okay, so that's how I would do that, and then all I have to do is do the same thing for the offer, right? Again, the same process. So again, I'm doing this because I need to put the tracking pixel on the landing page, right? So here we go. So I'm going to scroll down.
Basically, if we are confused about what all the tracking, what all the conversion pixels are all about, this is something that we'll be talking about later in this stage. But for now, we have just taken for granted that you need to follow this step to get start working. We'll elaborate on the details at a later stage.
So then you just click on the sales page, and again, you also have to do your sales page because you need to put a tracking pixel on the thank you page, right? So again, it's really simple with lead pages. All you have to do is on this page, right? You're going to put in the video. All you have to do, so you're going to click on here, and all you're going to do is come here. This is the MTTB site. So you just want this video, but to put it on your site. So all you have to do is, if you left click, view page source, and I'm doing this in Google Chrome, and you're going to see this, right? So don't get scared if you see all this. All you have to do is hit Wistia, and then get the embed code, right, for the Wistia video up until iframe to iframe, something like this, right there, iframe to iframe, and all you do is paste it in there, and you hit OK, right? So that then the video will show up. See right there, it already says it's showing up, And then I do the same thing, tracking code. I come here to my CPV lab, grab this. Oh, sorry, grab this, add code to thank you page. Step 2, copy this and paste it there. And the other one that I want is this one, image pixel. Copy this and paste it there. Okay, so that's how you would set it up. Really, really simple. All you need, just copy, paste, and then obviously the code to get the video and hit OK, right? And again, we're doing that because that way I'm going to be able to know, through CPV Lab is going to tell me where I'm getting, how many clicks, the sites are getting, and how many opt-ins each site is giving me, okay? So that is really, really important. And then I'm all set. All I do is hit publish, or I just have to save it. But all I do is, if I do just sales page 1, save, same thing. No tracking for now. Oh, hold on, it's saving. So I would just save it and hit publish. Publish. And grab this and come to my over here and paste it there. All right, so that's how I would set it up, right? This is very important because you need to get the setup right. So hopefully that was clear enough, and then you just make sure that this says 100% and 100%. And if you add more than one landing page, then you're just going to put 50% and 50%, right? Say if you have another landing page here that just landing page test 2, something like that, then you're just going to put 50 and 50, and so on, right? If you want to add more landing pages, you just put like 33, 33, 33, and so on, right? So that's how you would do that. Luke, did you want to say anything about that?
I think that if you are advertising on Lead Impact, they recently have a new policy that we can't do any form of split testing. Mm-hmm. But if you are going to be advertising in any other network, you can actually do split testing, and it's important that you do split testing because you want to know what are the pages that are bringing you more opt-in. And gradually, if you were to continue doing testing, you realize that your cost per subscriber, your cost per opt-in is going to get lower and lower, and you're going to get more leads every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's important to test, like Lou said, and then all you do is click here, save campaign, and that's it. You're done. All right. And then the last thing that you do is grab this link, and this is the link that you're going to grab, and this is the link that you're going to give to the, in this case, Lead Impact, right, to your PPV platform. So, for example, if I go to leadimpact.com, so say I'm going to go here and log into my account. I think I may be out of budget right now. So log in. All right. And so what I'm going to do is create a new campaign, right? So what I'm going to do here is just create a new campaign. And sometimes when I test different things, I turn things off just so I have everything in place. So sometimes, depending on whether I'm testing or not, I tweak things a little bit and then turn my traffic back on, right? So you just create the campaign here. You'll put the campaign name, again, test 1 affiliate marketers. I would recommend starting off with a budget of about $10. And then you click on next step. Then go to, it's going to send you to the landing page. My internet's running a little bit slow sometimes. Okay, so here, name your landing page. So again, just test 1 landing page. You can name it whatever you want. Here in this landing page URL is where you're gonna put that code from CPV Lab, right? So this code that you got here, that CPV Lab is gonna give you, that is where you're gonna put it right in there, right? And then product category, you're gonna put business to business, and you're gonna put home business, right? And
just to
go ahead.
Sorry, just to interrupt a bit. The subcategory that you choose will also determine the pricing that we are paying for the countries that we are advertising in. For the home business industry, this is the best and cheapest combination. So if you are doing some other niche, what I recommend you to do is to go through each of the subcategory, take note of the pricing guide, and choose the one that give you the best deal, the cheapest one.
Exactly. So you're going to choose that keyword pass-through. You're going to click on that, and then you're just going to select the countries. Obviously, the 4 countries that I selected are what we call tier 1 countries, right? In English-speaking countries. Actually, another one is Singapore, right, where Luke is from. So Singapore is actually also a good one. So you can add more. I would certainly recommend starting with these. The other thing you can do is just do one campaign per country, right? So just one for United States, one for United Kingdom, one for Australia, right? So however you want to do that. Luke, do you have any input on that? Whether they want to put all the countries, at least like 5 or 6 countries, or just do one country at a time?
Personally, I would recommend, at least for me, I lump them together based on the pricing. So for instance, for Singapore, it actually costs a lot lower to advertise.
Right.
But if I want to save time, I will lump them together. Because when I find that certain things have been working really well, then I will create a separate campaign for each country.
Right.
Because at the start, we are just testing things out to see whether it works out for us, and if it doesn't, we want to fail as fast as possible, and we are okay with spending a little bit more money to get the results faster.
Exactly. So if you just click on here, pricing for a category, if you click on business to business, you can see the pricing, right? So like US, Canada, UK, as we talked about, it costs 1.5 cents per pop-up. But like Luke said, if you go look at, for example, like Singapore here, Singapore is more expensive. It's 3.5 cents per pop-up, right? So more than double, per pop-up for Singapore than the US, right? So
no, it's actually not more than double. If you, it's actually 4 times lower. It's 0.0035.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. I'm glad you caught me. So it's actually lower. So my bad. So yeah, Singapore is actually lower. So I got that wrong. Apparently I can't read how many zeros that has. So so Singapore is actually lower than the US. So good. I'm glad Luke pointed that out. So hopefully that was clear, right? So all I would hit is next step. So maybe we don't include Singapore in that, and we'll do a separate one for Singapore. So we click next step. And here is where the keywords, right? The keyword research that we did, this is where we're just going to copy paste, like Luke showed you, that whole list. And you're just going to click on add keywords. All you would do is from that really long list that you saw, if I can show you over here, that Luke showed you how to get this, right? Because he got all the URLs. He just clicked here. It opened up in the new window. Then he got all these URLs. All you're going to do is select all of them, copy, and paste them in there, right? So say, for example, I would just paste that. So something like, make money online.com, or whatever it is that you, whatever the the keywords that you're using, right? So here's where you would put them, and you would just put add keywords, right? Once you pasted all of those in there, and it's going to add them in there. And then once you do that, you want to make sure you just hit close. Okay.
Yeah, one thing about lead impact is it can be pretty slow, so you need to be very patient with it. And it can get pretty annoying at times.
Right. Yeah, that is true. That is true. So you just put save and continue.
Yeah.
All right. And then that's the campaign summary. And that's how you would do that, right? And here you see active keywords. You have one, test landing page, and just one thing that as you put these in, that it'll probably take about 24 hours for those keywords to get approved, right? So that's how you would do that. And that is how you would set up your lead impact. Now, some of you may be wondering, so we did a CPV lab, and if any of this was not clear, just go back and watch it, right? We're trying to go a little bit faster because we want to cover a good amount of things and sort of scaling and optimizing. So if you just had any questions, just go back and watch that first part, maybe 3-4 times, because I know I went a little bit faster, but I just wanted to cover how to really set everything up, right? And so get hosting, creating a thank you page, which I showed you. The autoresponder integration, all you would do is all you have to do is link your lead pages to your autoresponder, right? And the way you would do that is if you just go to over here in my account.
I think actually this part, yeah, I think this part is actually covered in the earlier module, but
right.
Yeah, you just need to remember that these are the steps that you need to perform to integrate your autoresponder.
Right. So you just go to my account integrations. Just want to show you really quick, and then you see mine is already integrated with Aweber, right? I use Aweber. So you would just select Aweber. You would put in your username and password for Aweber, and your lead pages and your Aweber would integrate. So that's how you would set that up. All right. And so create the tracking campaign. We went over that. Lead capture, test lead impact, right? Everything that we talked about. The CPV, putting the price, unclicking the offer. Here is where we put the landing page name and the URL and the offer, right? Thank you page and URL as well, and save campaign, right? So save your tracking link. And adding the tracking pixels, which we went over that, and also how to set up a campaign in lead impact. Okay, and there we go. We did the campaign, the landing page, MTTB, the landing page URL, business to business. All right, and we added the keywords, paste them in there just like that. And then we would have all our keywords in there. Okay, so that is it for the my part of the presentation. Luke, did I leave anything out?
Yeah, I think actually you did a pretty good job covering most of the grounds there. And yeah, I think basically these are the tools that both Bernardo and I use, and it's really given us very good results. If you apply whatever that Bernardo teach you and you run with it, I have no doubt that you'll be able to get results. You'll be able to get traffic real fast. So yeah, it's just a matter of repeating and putting in effort initially to do all your research, to do the groundwork, and after that, things are going to be a lot easier to get results. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Now, in this stage, I'm basically going to teach you how to do optimization and scaling up. Now, Bernardo, just to backtrack a bit, when you previously did the PPV, how long did it take you to gather all the keywords?
At the beginning, I would say I probably spent a good, I would say 10 to 15 hours doing my initial research of coming up with at least, like 500 to 1,000 URLs and trying to do that research. And then once I had that, then it was just a matter of, keep optimizing, and Luke is gonna show you how. But and that probably took about 1 hour a day, if that. That's what I would say.
Yeah, this is a very critical stage, and you need to have the right mindset if you are going to be getting results with PPV. Now, the objective with PPV is really we simply want to buy traffic profitably. The fastest way to get those insights is you need to invest, you need to spend money to gather data, and so you know exactly where to find all those premium traffic that sells. Now, with that said, I want you to remember that if you want to make money with PPV, you need to be completely emotionally detached from money. I know a lot of people who quit after spending some money on paid advertising, thinking it doesn't work. And my friend, I really don't want that to happen to you. So just let me show you the big picture, and you can piece together the puzzle and see the vision for yourself, how you can get results with PPV. We are going to start by identifying the target audience that might be interested in our offer. Now, since both Bernardo and I are familiar with the home business industry, let's pretend we are promoting a home business offer. Now, a stay-at-home mom may be searching for the keyword work-at-home jobs, while an affiliate marketer may search for the keyword solo app. They are looking for a different thing, but they have one common objective. They simply want to make money online. Hence, really our offer may appeal to these two target audience. So Bernardo, do you have any experience testing different target audience?
Yeah, I mean, I would say personally, like affiliate marketers is certainly a good one. That's always good. The business home-based business owners, that's always another good one. I think sometimes as you're targeting these people, and this is something that definitely Luke will talk about, but as you're targeting people, to have your landing page target that audience with your copy, right? So you're targeting affiliate marketers. You want to, in your landing page, in the verbiage, you want to talk a little bit about best affiliate marketing program, or really high returns for affiliate marketers, something like that. You're talking to business owners, then in your landing page you want to include something that speaks to business owners, like this is best home business opportunity, something like that, or really really great opportunity to work from home and build a business, something like that, where you're appealing to those people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, just to give you an example, I have tested one target audience, gamblers. I find that some of them actually brought me sales, but their refund rate is pretty high. So you need to get to understand which of the target audience are going to give you the most sales. When you are starting out, you probably do not have any idea, so it's good to brainstorm what are the kind of target audience, and yeah, just test it. Now, in this example, we have 15 different groups of target audience, and we are just going to assume that we spend $20 on each group. We want to find out their responsiveness, so in total, we will have spent $300 on this particular test. Now, after running this test, let's pretend that we have generated 95 leads. We are going to measure the responsiveness of each target audience based on the number of leads we get. Now, measuring by leads is definitely not the best indication of responsiveness, but since we are really doing a small test and we have very little marketing data, that will be a very good starting point. So in this example, we find that target audience 1 has brought us 50 leads. We are going to focus on our winner, and we are going to run a quick test. Now, in this new test, we are going to spend $100 advertising on a specific site. Now, just now Bernardo showed you he advertised on just a few sites, and in this case study, let's just pretend we are going to advertise on 10 different sites for a specific target audience. We're going to spend $1,000 running this test. Now, after running this The second test, let's pretend that we've generated 12 sales. We have made some money, $600. We have also discovered a few gold mines. The most obvious gold mine is Site 1. You see, when we spend $100 advertising on Site 1, we have generated 6 sales that brought us $300. Now, until now, do you have any comments on this, Bernardo?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the ad spend distribution, you mean?
Yeah, and cutting out the losers and scaling up on the winners.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, like I think I was mentioning this before, that there's some URLs which are really gonna blow through your budget, right? So you really want to look closely at your numbers, and that's really the beauty of CPV Lab, right? That
Yes.
it becomes almost like a question of just reading the numbers, and it'll tell you, CPV Lab will tell you, well, how much you're paying per lead, right? And you'll get some URLs that you might, spend about 10, 15 cents per lead, which is really, really good. And I've had, quite a few of those. But then you might have other ones, other URLs that it might cost you $5 to $10 per lead, right? So those are the ones that you really want to, definitely eliminate and remove from the URLs that you're targeting.
So we are basically going to focus on the winner, and we are simply going to cut the losers.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have found a winning target audience, and we have a few winning sites. Now we are going to run another test. This time, we are going to scale up a bit. We are going to spend $2,500 advertising on a different traffic source. So, for example, if you are on Lead Impact, you might want to start testing on traffic buttons or 50 on rate. After running the test, we might discover that there are some traffic source that doesn't work, and there are ones that are going to make us money. Mm-hmm. Now, in this specific case, we have made some profit, pretty good, but it gets better. Now, regarding traffic network, you need to be very careful, because I have tested traffic network that basically send you bot traffic. And here's the thing, if you're not tracking, you won't be able to know. You're probably going to just think that, wow, that's a lot of traffic, but you have no idea that they are fake traffic. So these are the ones that are going to eat up all your budget. We are going to cut out the losers again, spend more on the winners, and it's really a process that we keep repeating, and we find new places, we find new traffic source to test, and really at this stage, we can easily make a 5-figure income if we promote the right offer. In a nutshell, this is really an overview how we can buy PPV traffic that sells. By focusing on the winner and throwing the losers multiple times, we'll really eventually discover where all the top premium buyers are. Now, by then, you know that your results are going to be predictable, that you're going to be very profitable whenever you advertise. In fact, if you promote the right offer, you execute this very well, you can easily invest $5,000 in traffic, and you can make back $30,000 in returns. Now, I'm saying that because I have personally spent far lesser, and I have got back more. But your competition, on the other hand, if they are just advertising blindly, they do not have any strategic process to filter out all the bad traffic, and they do not know how to scale up on the good traffic, they will probably be throwing away their advertising money. So, my friend, I really hope that you see the vision why applying this optimization and scaling up strategies can bring your business to the next level. Now, this is pretty high-level stuff, and I'm going to get into more details of some metrics that you need to understand in order for you to apply these strategies. In CPV Lab, we are able to track the number of statistics, and I have basically pulled out some numbers and put it in this table, so it's easier for you to see. Now, I'm going to go through some of the more important stats. The keyword and the target column basically tells you the site that has triggered your ad. The view, on the other hand, it tells you how many times your ad has been triggered for a particular URL. You can simply think of views as visitor. Now, in this example, we know that site1.com, it has shown our ads to about 4,000 visitors, and Site2 has shown our ads to around 1,000 visitors. Now, if you multiply the number of views with the cost per view, you are going to get the cost spent on a particular URL. The subscriber column indicates how many visitors opt into your email list through the URL. Based on this table, we know that Site1 has brought us 143 subscribers. SR indicates subscriber rate. It tells you the percentage of the visitor opts into your squeeze page. Well, I personally do not pay too much attention to this subscriber rate, so I don't advise you spending too much time on this particular column as well. But the last column is the most important column. This is the cost per subscriber. This tells us on average how much are we paying per subscriber for this particular target. Now, this is the most important numbers I pay attention to, because sometimes we can find really good sites. As Bernardo mentioned, I myself have a lot of sites that cost me on average 17 cents or even much lesser to get each subscriber. That is a pretty good subscriber rate, because if each of them make me $1, this means I'll be making a pretty decent profit margin. On the other hand, we also identified Site4, it costs on average $2 to get one subscriber. Now again, if I'm making a $1 per subscriber, I'm losing money advertising on Site4. That will basically make it a bad URL, and we won't want to continue advertising that. Do you have anything to add, Bernardo?
No, I mean you explained that very well. Like, yeah, you know, like we had mentioned, the numbers are really important, right? And this is what I was talking with, you know, earlier, when, you know, once you have CPV Lab, it's just a matter of looking at your numbers. And like Luke said, that CPV, your cost per subscriber, that last column is the most important one. So you can see, okay, are you paying 15 to 17 cents per subscriber? Are you paying, you know, 50 to 60 cents, which is still pretty good? Are you spending $1, which, you know, is still pretty good because of the returns at MTTB? Or are you spending sometimes, you know, $4 to $5 per subscriber, which you certainly want to get rid of, right? So just, you know, once you have the tracking in place, it's just a matter of analyzing the numbers, which takes out a lot of the guesswork, as opposed to trying to think, well, is this working or not? It's just a matter of looking at the numbers, so it becomes a lot more objective rather than trying to, you know, guess, which is what a lot of marketers do, right? They're trying to guess, will this work, will this not? Well, you know, if you do it the right way in your tracking, you don't really have to guess. All you have to do is go through the motions and read the numbers, right?
Exactly. In fact, it doesn't take long for people to get this stuff. Once you get it once, basically you can repeat the same process again. Now, I'm going to tell you certain steps that you need to do in order to optimize your campaign and to scale up. So in step 1, we want to identify the bad URL, because we want to know what's causing us to lose money. So for start, we'll just assume that each subscriber will make us $1 on average. That is an industry average. And if there's any URL that costs us more than $1 to get one subscriber, we want to identify that as a bad URL, and we want to avoid advertising that. Now, obviously, it really depends on the kind of offer we are promoting. Each subscriber can be worth a lot more than $1, or it can be worth a lot less. But we won't know until we test it to get some meaningful data out of it. So for example, the offer that I'm promoting, one subscriber is worth about $3 to $5. And I know that I can afford to spend a lot more to get more traffic, but these are the information that I don't have when I start. So yeah, just stick with $1 when you first start. Okay, in step 2, basically you want to remove the bad URL. It's very typical that you initially burn through some money to find bad URL. Once we focus on removing bad URL, only the good URL are left. And if you still remember the overview I did earlier, where I show you how you can buy PPV traffic that sells, you probably notice that this step is where we cut out the losers. Once the losers are all gone, we can scale up our campaign with the winner. Initially, we need to perform this step on a regular basis. When we start a new campaign, you will probably find that URL and removing it every single day. But as time goes by, when you filter out most of the high traffic, non-converting URL, you no longer have to do this step anymore because you're not getting them as much as compared to when you first started. The outcome of doing step 2 is you start seeing the cost per subscriber reducing. You start seeing the number of subscribers you get per day. You start increasing. And now let me just show you how you can remove bad URL from Lead Impact. When you log into Lead Impact, you simply go to the keyword page. You enter the bad URL in the keyword filter and you click filter. The bad URL will simply show up below. Now the reason I'm showing a screenshot instead of doing it because sometimes I get pretty unstable internet connection and Lead Impact is really slow. So yeah, I think this is an easier way and faster way to show you how this works. Up next, you simply click on the checkbox. Besides the keyword that you want to deactivate, you click on the deactivate button and you basically just save. You'll notice that the status will change to inactive. So really that's all you need to do to deactivate the bad URL in Lead Impact. It's really simple. You just need to be a little bit patient with that platform as it can be pretty slow at times. Let me give you an example how this can affect your advertising campaign. To simplify things, we are just going to pretend that we only advertise in 5 different URL. Now on day 1, site 1 cost us $3 and it got us 0 subscriber, while the rest of the site, they got us 1 subscriber each. So with 4 subscribers, we are paying $1.25 per subscriber in day 1. In reality, based on personal experience, we'll probably get a lot of bad URLs initially. We are probably going to pay a lot more per subscriber, but yeah, let's just keep things simple for now so you can understand how this process will help you to increase your lead flow and reduce your costs. Alright, on day 2, when we remove site 1 from our advertising campaign, things are probably going to look a little better because with site 1 no longer taking up most of the traffic, our ads now show up on site 2 to site 5 more often. It converts better and we get more subscribers as a result. So at the end of day 2, we'll probably have 10 subscribers. We are paying on average 50 cents per subscriber instead of $1.25 in the previous day. Again, this process takes a much longer time, but I hope you see the vision how removing the bad URL will increase the subscriber you get per day without spending more. Personally, this process, when I first did it, it took me a few weeks, and my cost per lead went from $2. It goes to $1, and then it goes to 70 cents, 50 cents, 40 cents. But it takes a few weeks. How about you, Bernardo? What are your experience with this process? How has it helped you to reduce your costs?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the process that I follow. And yeah, I mean, one thing that I do realize is that for certain URLs, different traffic platform will give you a different different traffic platforms will give you different conversions, right? So sometimes,
Yes.
in other words, different keywords will work differently depending on the traffic platform. I've seen some keywords that work really, really well with one traffic platform, uh, and then they don't really work very well with another, right? So that's another thing that you have to realize. But yeah, as Luke said, just making sure that you look at the numbers, and I personally gotten mine to about 65 cents per lead. But on another traffic platform, I got it down to like 35, 40 cents. But but usually, the traffic varies, right? So
Yeah.
some traffic platforms you might get less cost per lead, but not as much traffic, right? So it's always sort of like a balance there. Mhm.
Basically, once you have a decent cost per subscriber per day, you can easily increase the number of subscriber by increasing your daily cap. So I'll start by setting the daily budget to $10. And assuming those sites are still converting at the same rate, we will have doubled our subscribers per day. After observing the campaign for a few more days, you remove all the bad URL that appears. We can continue to increase our daily budget to get more subscribers. Now, this is the fastest and the easiest way to increase your subscriber, yet you are not paying a ridiculous amount of money to get them. By increasing it to $20, again, we have doubled our subscriber to $40 per day. We keep repeating this process until we no longer hit the daily budget. Yeah, changing the daily cap from Lead Impact is very straightforward. When you log into Lead Impact, you'll see a list of campaigns you have created. So basically, you just click on the campaign name to go to the campaign details. Next, in the campaign details, it shows you what is your campaign budget. You simply click on the hyperlink, edit campaign. And in the campaign screen, you simply change the current maximum budget to whatever you want to. You can increase it to $20 or even $40 and click Save Changes. That's really all you need to do to increase your daily cap. Now, again, this is the fastest way to increase your traffic, to increase the number of subscribers you get. And when you are able to drive more traffic, you can identify even more good domains. And this is important because of the next step. Now, in step 4, I'm going to show you how you can increase your traffic by increasing your bids with good domains. So let's pretend that we start by bidding 1.5 cents for a particular domain, and we got ranked at the 5th position. Now, the higher we are ranked, the more traffic we'll get. In this case, the first position is the best ranking. Assuming over a period of 10 days, we'll get 1,000 views, and that basically will have cost $15 for just this specific domain. Again, if we assume that the domain convert at 20%, we have generated around 200 subscribers. We are paying around an average of 7.5 cents per subscriber. Now that's pretty cheap, and if we are promoting a decent offer, we can really easily make a good profit margin from it. Now, to get more traffic, an easy way is simply to increase our bids to get a higher traffic ranking position. So let's pretend we increase the bids to 3 cents for the first position. With the higher rank, let's pretend we get 5 times more traffic. We'll have generated 5,000 views in 10 days, and that will have cost us $150. At 20% opt-in rate, basically, we have generated 1,000 subscribers. We pay an average of 15 cents per subscriber, and although we are paying a lot more to acquire a subscriber, we are also making a lot more money. Because if each subscriber is worth $1 to us, we'll have make $185 on the 5th position, while we'll be making $850 on the 1st position. Now, increasing bids in lead impact is straightforward as well. In this particular keyword, in their keyword page, you simply increase the max bid and you click save. And you don't have to aim for the 1st position all the time. If a keyword is giving you 50% per subscriber at 1.5 cents, you wouldn't want to bid higher than 3 cents because you'll be paying more than $1 to acquire a subscriber. Now, if you do this step right, you can easily increase your traffic by 3 times and you still can remain very profitable. These 2 steps, the increasing of bids and increasing of the daily cap, is what actually brought my lead flow from 1 or 2 leads per week to 50 to 60 leads per day initially. How have your experience been, Bernardo? How much lead have you been able to get following all this process?
I mean, in my autoresponder, I think I have about 8,000 leads, so something like that.
And how long have you been building that list?
I mean, yeah, it's been mostly, I would say about 85% has been through PPV.
What are the kind of lead flow you are able to get in the first few months?
Yeah, I would say, you know, at the beginning it was about 10 to 15 leads per day when I was just doing, you know, like $20, $25. And as I kept going, I think at one point I was doing about, yeah, like for every, you know, spend about $60, $70 and getting about 70, 80 leads and sort of like building it up from that, right?
Okay, yeah, so basically, if you follow what we are saying here, you can easily increase your lead flow to 10, 20, or even 50 per day. And if you take massive action, you can get 100 or even 200 leads per day. That can be done. You just need to be very focused. Now, in step 5, basically you increase your traffic by adding more URL. In the previous steps, we have already removed the losers, we have scaled up the winners, so now we simply repeat the same thing to get more traffic profitably. Now we can increase our URL by increasing our marketing angle. So if you are promoting a home business offer, we are looking for people who wants to make money online. However, instead of simply targeting for the search term make money online, we can also target people who are searching for the word solo ad, which really is a form of traffic generation strategy. Because if you think about it, if someone is searching for traffic generation strategies, they are really looking to generate traffic. But what are they really trying to achieve with getting more traffic? Now the answer is they want to make money online. You see the relationship here? We really need to get into the head of our target audience and think what problem they might be facing, what they might be searching. So some other example would be to target competitor products or the gurus in a particular niche. Now in the niche I'm in the home business industry, people searching for Franken, Evan Pagan, or Empower Network are probably people who wants to make money as well. So there are really a lot of marketing angle we can target, but if we think out of the box, we can gather a lot more URL. Now we can also add more target audience. We have gone through this before, but let me go a little bit in depth here. Now these are the people that are likely going to be interested in our offer. So these are just some target audience that are interested in the home business industry. Job seekers, affiliate marketers, people who are already in the game, network marketers, people who are in a business game. Employees, people who hate their job, they have money, but they want time and financial freedom by looking for multiple streams of incomes. Well, and stay-at-home moms, basically those are those who want to make use of their spare time to look for alternate income streams from home. So if you think really creatively in this step, you can literally get massive amount of traffic from all the URL you are going to generate. Now, in step 6, you can increase your traffic by adding keywords. In this example, you can see someone Googling to make money online, and the search term actually appears on the URL. Now, instead of popping up on a specific URL, you can also target people searching for those specific phrases in Google or Yahoo. So you can brainstorm as many targeted keywords as you can, keyword that your target audience are searching on, but I have a word of warning for you if you want to put in keywords. Now, keywords, they generally bring you a lot more traffic than URL, and they typically convert a lot lower. I wouldn't advise you to add keywords until you're already getting good results with domain, when you already have a good idea what you're doing. That was once I add a lot of keywords and I went out for 1 to 3 hours. When I came back, I blew over $100 with very few subscribers. So you need to track carefully if you are adding keyword, and I recommend you to add a few at a time. Now, in step 7, you can scale up to other PPV network. Bernardo has already talked about some of the networks that are working pretty well for us. The Impact, Traffic Advance, and 50 on Rate are the ones that we are mainly using in our niche. But it depends on the kind of offer that you are doing, the kind of vertical, the kind of niche. You may get results with other network as well. I don't really recommend you to do this until you've got some decent traffic coming in from your existing network. Otherwise, you are going to be spending most of your time removing that URL from every network. Now, I'm speaking from experience here, because when I start PPV, the first thing I did was to advertise on every single network I could. And it was a real nightmare trying to remove all the untargeted URL. Now again, there are pros and cons for each network, and depending on the kind of offer, they'll convert differently. So rather than telling you the pros and cons specific to our industry, I think it's better that you learn how to master tracking so that you can learn all this insight based that is specific to your target audience and your offer. In step 8, we want to increase the bad target threshold. So let me explain what this really means. So far, we have assumed that if we spend more than $1 to acquire a single subscriber from a URL, it's a bad target and we should remove it immediately. Now the truth is this: it really doesn't matter how much we are paying to get one subscriber, as long as we are making more than what we are paying. If a subscriber is worth $5 to us, we can easily pay $3 per subscriber and still win massively. The secret is really to know our dollar per subscriber and how much they are worth to us. Now, again, you can apply this process to any offer in any niche, and I'll show you my actual case study, how I got my numbers by promoting an offer called MTTB. So let's pretend I have generated 10,000 subscribers and I have made 100 MTTB sales. So at $44.10 commission for each sales, I will have made $4,410. Now at this point, the dollar per subscriber is on average 44 cents. Out of the 100 new customers, 15 invest in the second product called MLR with a commission of $1,000 per sales. I will have made $15,000 on MLR alone and a total of $90,410 in total. Now, at this specific point, the dollar per subscriber is on average $1.94. Now, out of the 15 customers who invest in MLR, 5 would invest in the third product. It's called Titanium, and with a commission of $3,000 per sales, I will have made $15,000 on Titanium alone and $34,000 in total. And each subscriber at this level would be worth on average $3.44. And yeah, the last upsell is called the Platinum. Out of the 5 customers who invested in Titanium, 3 will invest in Titanium. So with a commission of $5,000 per sales, I would have made $15,000 on Titanium alone and $49,000 in total. So at this point, the dollar per subscriber is on average $4.94. Now this is a case study based on my numbers, based on the offer that I'm promoting. If you are promoting other products in other offer in other niche, this is the kind of matrix that you can use. This is the kind of process you can use to understand how much a subscriber is worth to you. So really in a nutshell, this is how you can find your dollar per subscriber, and in my case study that I just showed, one subscriber is worth $4.94. Really that means that we can afford to pay $3 instead of $1 per subscriber to get more traffic and to get more profit. In fact, for every subscriber generated, we would have on average made $2. Now, the last step will be to increase your buyer's traffic. So let's categorize target that brought us sales as the buyer's traffic. Now, a buyer traffic is worth a lot more than the non-buyer's traffic. So if we notice a particular URL, a particular target is consistently bringing us sales, we can get more of that traffic by bidding a lot higher on that particular target. We can also add in different variations for our buyer's domain. So if site1.com is bringing us sales consistently, we can add in more variations like site1.co and site1.c. So generally speaking, the variation domains, they don't get as much competition. So it's really a good way to get more traffic, and you can make a much higher ROI with it. Now, each of the steps that I've gone through, each of them will give you a very specific benefit, and they will slowly help you to get your campaign profitable. And this is the same process, this is the same step that I use personally. And Bernardo, are you using some of these as well?
Yeah. The different variations is definitely a good important. I've gotten a whole lot of leads from the variations, but like Luke said, right, you want to know what targets are working and which ones are giving you a really good cost per subscriber and buyers, and then based on that, you start doing the variations specifically on those targets.
Yeah, so basically these are the 9 steps that will help you to scale up, you help you to optimize, you remove the losers, and together with the training that Bernardo did on traffic generation, you're basically going to get results if you implement whatever we are going to, that we just checked. So yeah, basically this is the end of the training. Do you have any more thing to add, Bernardo?
No, I mean from what you were saying about the numbers, right? You were looking at sort of the profitability at every level, and that's the appeal of a program like Mobi, right? Sometimes people get hung up with traffic and something a front end offer that might convert, but you have to look at, and that's one thing that Luke does very well, is look at the lifetime value of an offer, right? If you're just promoting an offer that's only a front end product, that's why I personally really stayed away from like ClickBank, right? And because
Yeah.
there's no back end, right? So even if the conversion is okay, there is no back end to really be able to really take advantage of that, right? With a program like Mobi, because of the back end, the amount of money that you can generate, almost up to $5 on the dollar, right? So something like that where your ROI is really really good. Most people fail with ClickBank because while they do make sales, you end up spending more money. Why? Because there is no back end, right? So keep that really in mind, that as you start doing your traffic, that one thing is the traffic, but then your back end is really important so that your numbers make sense. If there is no back end, you're really going to struggle with um, with internet marketing, right? So whatever you're promoting, that is huge on that back end part.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, basically that concludes today's training. And I believe that if you take massive action, running the secrets that both Bernardo and I have reviewed here, you'll definitely take your business to the next level. And yeah, I appreciate you staying with us here, and I hope that you get a ton of value from whatever that we just shared with you. So do you have anything to add before we sign off, Bernardo?
No, I guess that would be all. Just if you guys have any questions, we certainly like to help you. I do have to say that both Luke and I are very busy. Luke has his full-time job, and he already has a good amount of students. I'm already a Mobi coach, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. And it was great to have you, and hopefully you enjoyed this module, and we hope to see a lot of success from you guys.
Yeah, so this is Liu Lim signing off, and Bernardo as well.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll speak soon. So bye bye.
All right. Bye-bye.